3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another training video, and in this training video we're going to cover the production studio equipment. So the production studio is similar to the on-air studio in that you have some equipment available for you to use. The main difference is that the production studio is a smaller version of the on-air studio, and furthermore, the production studio is almost always exclusively used for recording instead of going on the air. Theoretically, WWSU Radio could broadcast live on the air from the production studio. We don't usually do that except if something happens to the on-air studio or for whatever reason we can't use the on-air studio to broadcast. With that being said, I'm going to give you a little tour of the production studio. So you have just a couple of CD decks. At this time, they do not work. I'm hoping that in the future we'll get funding to be able to fix those. So if you want to play CDs at this time, you can just pop them into the computer instead. We have two microphones, mic 1 right there, and mic 2 over here, which also correspond to mics 1 and 2 on the mixer board. Now, just like in the on-air studio, you can also hook people up in the lobby. I'm going to get this microphone out of the way. You can also hook people up from the lobby into the production studio, such as live bands or things like that, who want more room and more space to work with. And just like in the on-air studio, you have source AV buttons on the mixer board here in the production studio as well. Now, this is where it can get a little complicated though. In the on-air studio, you use mic 2 to switch to mic 2 in the lobby, mic 3 to switch to mic 3, and mic 4 to switch to mic 4. We don't have a mic 4 in the prod studio, so instead, you're going to use mic 1 to switch to mic 2, mic 2 to switch to mic 3, and mic 3 to switch to mic 4. If you don't remember that, there are some labels up here under the source buttons that say, mic 1, and then panel 2, which means mic 2 on the panel, mic 2, panel 3, mic 3, panel 4. So that's an easy way to remember. Of course, you got your two CD channels here. We got a channel for the primary automation system right here. So if you ever want to record or whatnot from the automation system, you got that. You have a channel for the comp, which takes the audio from the computer. We do not use the remote channel. However, what you could do with the remote channel is throw source AV on, and now you got a live feed coming from the on-air studio. So anything that's being broadcast through the on-air studio, in this case automation, you'll be able to pick up on that in the prod studio. So what's nice about that is, let's say you need more than 2 people for a recording and the on-air studio is free. You could put your additional guests in the on-air studio and then link them up to the mixer board in here. They'll also have a production studio channel as well on their mixer board, so they'll be able to hear you in the on-air studio. We do not use VoIP, at least not at this time. We may have plans in the future to turn that into something, but for right now, we don't use VoIP. Just like in the on-air studio, when a microphone is turned on, it will mute the loudspeakers in the production studio. So if you want to be able to hear something you're playing, such as on the comp channel, while you have a microphone on, just like in the on-air studio, you'll throw that channel on cue and then use the cue volume control to play it through the miniature speaker on the mixer board. Then you also have the studio knob to control the volume of the headsets. We don't have headset jacks on the desk in the prod studio, but we do have this headset jack device right here, so that's the master volume for that. We have HDPN, just like in the on-air, which controls this headset jack in front of the mixer board, and then we have CR, which controls the volume of the loudspeakers in the production studio. And we also have assign buttons. Program is for in the event that we are broadcasting from the production studio instead of the on-air studio. Program acts just like the on-air studio. It determines which channels are going to be sent on the air. Audition is, of course, all of the channels that will be sent to the equipment and to the computers for recording. At this time, let's see, mono is used for which channels you want to hear on the overhead speakers. And we don't use pre. Pre would normally be for a phone line, but we do not have a phone line in the production studio. So that is a rundown of the production studio equipment. Continue on with the training, and we'll talk about other things such as audio editing specifically. That would be an important one if you plan to use the on-air studio. Take care.